Back in 2009 when I first met my girlfriend, she told me I had to watch 2 animes. Those are Death Note and Fullmetal Alchemist. Now for those of you who never heard of Fullmetal Alchemist, let me give you a brief, non-spoiler summary of the series. It's about 2 brothers named Edward and Alphonse Elric, which from now on I'm going to abbreviate to Ed and Al, who live in the country of Amestris. Now at a young age, they're abandoned by their father, and their mother passes away. So they're being taken care of by their neighbors when they decide they're going to commit to becoming alchemists. They find a woman who trains them to become master alchemists, and after they're done with their training, they turn home and attempt human transmutation. Now human transmutation is a big no. Because there's 2 rules of Alchemy Club. First, you don't talk about Alchemy Club. No, that's not right at all, actually. No, first rule is you don't make lead into gold because that would devalue and destroy the economy, which is important. I mean, we need the economy. It gives us bread. And the second being, no human transmutation. But these boys are young and they want their mom back. So they attempt human transmutation, but they fail. Alphonse loses his entire body, and Edward loses his arm and his leg. Now, Ed was able to seal his brother's soul to a suit of armor, somehow. Alchemy. You don't get to question it. It's magic. But he binds his brother's soul to a suit of armor, and Edward eventually gets his own bionic arm and leg, which are called automail in their universe. He then finds that he can perform alchemy without a transmutation circle. All he needs to do now is clap his hands together. Now this greatly increases his power, and he uses this new power to join the state military so that he can discover how to return his brother's body back to normal, and to get back his lost limbs. This takes them on a long adventure with lots of twists and turns. They find homunculi, which are these artificial life creatures. They search for the Philosopher's Stone, which is ancient story, really cool stuff. And as they go along this journey, they discover that the world they live in is not the world they think. And that there is some sort of secret, dark thing below everything. The series has many dark themes, like the country's genocide of the people of Ishbala, years before the series starts. There are government cover-ups. There's the struggle of 2 orphan boys dealing with the fact that they've lost their mother and their father abandoning them. And of course, there's the concept that controls alchemy, which is equivalent exchange.
If one wishes to obtain something, something of equal value must be given. This is the law of equivalent exchange.
This give-and-take relationship between alchemy and life strings through the entire series, and it's one of the main driving focuses of it. It's a key concept of the story, and it talks about if you want to get something, you have to give something. Now, when I originally watched the original anime series, I loved it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was dark at times and mature. I thought the action was fun and energetic. I thought this steampunky world of magic was so exciting, and it really is. It's an amazing anime. And the plot was incredibly enjoyable until it got near the end. Near the end, it starts to get a little more convoluted, a little more, okay, kind of got away from me. Like, I didn't quite fit with it. It didn't gel with me. I mean, overall, I loved the series, but I just wasn't satisfied with the ending. And the tie-in movie, Conquerors of Shishbala, I think I'm saying that right? I don't really care. Now, Conquerors of Shishbala was supposed... Conquerors of Shishkabab was supposed to tie up the entire series, but I don't know, it just kind of didn't do it for me. It's alright. But then, a little after I watched the series, gave it time to digest, I decided I'm gonna read the manga. Now, when I started reading the manga, I was like, yeah, I recognize this stuff. This is all the stuff that was in the anime. I guess it does follow pretty closely. But then, at one point, it just changes. The entire thing just changes. The origin of the homunculi changes. All these themes, completely different. Characters that were incredibly important in the original anime were not important at all. And reading the original story, I realized how much more interesting it was. It felt more compelling, and the themes felt like they kept carrying through the series. And they connected back. Like, the whole series felt connected and fully fleshed out, which makes sense because this series was being made all at the same time. And the anime was made during the manga. The anime finished before the manga finished, obviously, so the anime writers had to think of their own ending. And it just wasn't as good. I mean, they weren't the original writers. They weren't able to capture the themes and the story that I love from the first episodes of Fullmetal Alchemist, from the beginning part of the series. That just kind of went away in the later parts of the episodes. Reading the manga made me look back at the anime and say, okay, yeah, the anime was good, but it could have been better. The source material was better than the anime, and I just couldn't really gel with the anime that much anymore. But then I got wonderful news, and that was Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood was a remake of the anime, which was weird because the original anime came out in 2003, and this anime was beginning in 2009. There's only 6 years difference. But Fullmetal Alchemist was incredibly popular, and a lot of fans demanded that we get the original story because, as I said, I agree with the fans, the original story was far better. So they made Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood to follow the manga far more carefully. Because the manga was coming to an end, they could actually get the actual manga ending in this. Now, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood was outstanding. It had all the things I loved about the original anime. It had the fun parts. It had great characters like Roy Mustang and Scar. Their character arcs developed and actually went into this. And they actually finished. You had the addition of characters like Ling Yao or Olivier Armstrong. Both awesome characters who I just loved in the series. You get to explore more of the world they live in. You get to see the northern borders of Mestris, the eastern borders. You get the character I mentioned before, Ling. He's from the eastern countries, which is basically China, and you learn about their country. They practice a different form of alchemy, more like Eastern medicine. Now, the only thing wrong with Brotherhood is that it kind of assumes you watch the anime. Which, again, it was only 6 years after the original anime came out, so that was a pretty logical thing to think. It doesn't make the anime timeless, though. I mean, if you're a new person coming in, you may want to watch the original anime, because the original anime has more fun, lighter moments. They're able to go into the beginning of the series a lot more in depth. Some of these storylines, they flush out a little more, give a lot more in depth to make it a little more heavy. So I would recommend you watch through at least a bit of the original series. If you're committed, watch through all of it. But do not assume that if you've already watched the original series, that you can just skip the repeating episodes. You have to watch Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood from the beginning. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is totally different, with small changes throughout those episodes that really affect the entire story. So if you are dedicated, watch the entire first anime and then watch Brotherhood all the way through. See for yourself how the series differ between their tone, their stories, their characters, and the animation. So, if you're dedicated to this thing, if you're dedicated and want to see Fullmetal Alchemist, watch both series. Watch Fullmetal Alchemist first, then Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. And when you watch those, you'll be able to see the difference in the themes, the tone, the coloring, the art, the animation, the dialogue. There are things that are different that just give the whole thing a different change, and it's incredibly interesting to see it that way. It's worth it. I thought it was worth it. I thought it was a valuable experience. Now, if you want a straight answer of which of these series you should watch, the answer's clear. It's Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is superior to the original in every way. It is able to keep its tone and themes really consistent throughout the series. You don't have these weird shifts. The characters make sense. There are things in it, like something that really bugged me in the original anime is that you have the homunculi. They're named after the 7 deadly sins. In the first episode, you're introduced to 3 of them: lust, envy, gluttony, and they all embody what they are. Lust is a lusty person, you know. Envy is a shape-shifting person, can look like anyone he wants to. And gluttony is always hungry. So they represent the themes of the sin they're named after. But then in the original anime, they just kind of, with the other ones they introduced, I was like, okay, yeah, sure, that's a theme. Let's ignore that. Like these guys, they just feel like people. I mean, the later homunculi just feel like just people that were given the name. Just because, you know, we made all these, we put more effort into these guys, just slap the name on those ones, I don't care. This is what it felt like. It felt really just lazy to me. Brotherhood doesn't have that. Brotherhood, front to back, feels consistent. It has all these fun twists and turns. Something else that really set Fullmetal Alchemist apart from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood was the action scenes. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood focused more on action. It had more of an action base to it, which I thought really fit the series more. The series always felt like it was an action series, but Fullmetal Alchemist didn't have much action. The action it did have wasn't incredibly dynamic. This all changed in Brotherhood. After 6 years of advancement in technology, they were able to make the action in Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood feel so much more alive and kinetic and fluid. You see this in all the fight scenes. They're so powerful, with action that makes me laugh with enjoyment. One of the funnest parts of doing research for this episode was rewatching those fight scenes. To this day, I still cannot get over how amazing they are. They make me laugh. I have so much fun with them. And that's one of the things the series really excels at. Brotherhood knows what it is. I think Fullmetal Alchemist never really understood it. Fullmetal Alchemist is an action series, but Fullmetal Alchemist, the original anime, never really got that. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood understands what it is, and it plays to that far better than Fullmetal Alchemist ever could. It has exciting action, it has amazing animation, and it has one of the greatest finales I have seen in anime. It's one of my favorite finales to a show. It just felt so satisfying, climactic, other words for amazing. It was awesome. I loved it. It felt like the ending I wanted. It was a story that was built up as epic and had an epic ending. So for me, again, the choice is clear. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is the superior series. Watch both if you can do it, but if you only have to watch one, watch Brotherhood.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. What?
Now, thank you so much for watching this video. I think I'm going to start doing shorter episodes from now on. Quick episodes I can get out really quick. I'm still going to do once a month my longer episodes, but I want to get more stuff out there. So I think we're going to do a little shorter episodes every now and then, just quick reviews. If you have a different opinion of the Fullmetal Alchemist anime, leave your opinion about that down below. Tell me what you think. What is your opinion on it? Do you like the original more? If so, tell me why. I want to know. Maybe you can change my opinion on it. Maybe I should revisit it. I don't think so, but maybe you can convince me. Who knows? Compelling arguments are good. Also, if you like this video, comment, subscribe, like, all that bullshit. Share it. I'm also on social media sites, somewhere on the sidebars on one of these things. Links in the description below. If you want to follow me on there, if you aren't already, whatever, you could. Why not? Or you could also check out my previous videos on the Wolverine and Chobits. Again, if you like this video, subscribe, like more, whatever. No one's pressuring you to do anything, but maybe I'm kind of pressuring you to do something because, peer pressure works for some people. Don't buy into peer pressure, but except for right now. I'm the one pressuring you. And because I'm important, you should listen to me. That's how YouTube works. Anyway, again, thank you for watching this video. Hope you liked it, and I'll see you next time. Have fun, guys.
Don't need to walk around in circles, walk around.